Hi everyone, my name is Ananga. I'm part of the Data Science Discovery team, and in this video today we will be doing a question on the binomial distribution. So let's go ahead and get started. So here it says you draw a card from a 52 deck of cards with replacement 100 times, right? You only count a success if you draw a card labeled 7. So, first of all, before we read the rest of the question, let's go ahead and identify and define our distribution, right? So we know that we're dealing with a binomial distribution because our output is a binary output, right? Either like a failure is going to be any card that is other than a 7, so the card any card I draw is like not a 7, and then our success is that I draw a card that is a 7, right? So here we have a binary output. We have independent trials, right? Because we're drawing from a card with replacement, right? That's like kind of the keyword with replacement. Our n equals 100 trials, and the probability of success is going to be the same because, again, we are drawing the card with replacement. So that's kind of the criteria for determining if this is a binomial random distribution, which it is. So we know that we can go ahead and define our distribution in Python. So I'll just call it D equals binom, where n equals 100 trials because we are drawing from a deck of card 100 times, and our P is going to be our probability of success, which is if I draw a card labeled 7, and I know out of 52 deck of cards, I have 4 cards that are labeled 7, so my probability of success is 4 out of 52. And now, using Python, determine the probability that your results have more than 15 cards labeled 7, right? So what does this mean? And I guess we can kind of draw it out, right? We know that our distribution here, D represents a binomial distribution where our n is going to be 100 trials and P is going to be 4 out of 52. So what values can D take on, right? So what values of X can this distribution take on? So we know that this can, we can have a value of 1, right? We can have a value of 2, right? So these are the possible values that D can take on, and then this is kind of their probability, which we don't need to calculate right now, right? So we can have we can draw 0 cards that are out of 100 cards. We can draw 0 cards that are labeled 7. Though it is highly unlikely, we can still have that. We can draw 1 card that is labeled 7 out of 100 cards. We can draw 2 cards that are labeled 7 out of 100 cards. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, and then, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and so on, right? So here it says, use Python to determine the probability that your results have more than 15 cards labeled 7. So we know that I'll use the cumulative distribution function here, right? Because I want to find the probability of something that is less than or greater than, right? This is a cumulative probability. You're like adding events up. This is not a single probability, which in that case you would use another function. Here, this is a cumulative probability, right? So I want to use the cumulative distribution function. So here it's asking the probability that your results have more than 15 cards labeled 7, right? So more than 15 cards labeled 7, if I want to kind of go back to my possible values that my random variable can take on, more than 15 cards, I want to find the sum basically of all these outcomes from 6 all the way to 100. So I'm adding kind of like the sum of these probabilities from 6 all the way to 100, right? So I want to find the sum of these probabilities. So I know I'll use the CDF function, but the CDF function only finds the probability that X is less than or equal to something, right? So if I want to find the probability that X here, my goal is to find the probability that X or D, takes on a value that is greater than or equal, I can say greater than 15, right? Because more than 15 cards labeled 7. So that D is greater than 15, or the same thing, greater than or equal to 16, right? So how to find that? Well, I can actually do 1 minus the CDF of all of basically all of these results up here, right? I can do 1 minus the CDF of 15 to get basically these results, the sum of the probabilities that are greater than or equal to 16. So if I do 1 minus d.cdf of basically 15, this is going to find the probability that d can take on values that are greater than or equal to 15. So it's going to find the sum of all these values basically up here. And if I do 1 minus that, I'm basically left with the probability that, the d can take on values that are greater than or equal to 16. So all of these, the sum of all these probabilities down here, which is what I want. So it's going to be 1 minus d.cdf of 15 will be our answer. And if I print out my probability, it's going to be around, 0.004. If I submit that, that is correct. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.